If you want to see how I achieved this look, continue to watch. Y'all, I know it's been a minute, okay? Don't eat me alive, okay? But let's just do a makeup tutorial. I feel like I've perfected just how I love doing my everyday beat, and I wanted to share it with you guys. And yeah, let's get it. I miss you guys so much. You have no idea. But I finally got the courage to set up the camera and get back on YouTube. I'm gonna take the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This is one of like my go-tos. Love this primer down, so I'm just gonna place that everywhere, and I'm very generous with it all over. Now, I haven't been completely MIA. I still post on like Instagram and TikTok. That's where a lot of my videos have been posting lately, but I heard the girlies want actual tutorials back, and I feel like in order to do that, we have to go back to our roots, and roots for me is YouTube. I'm taking the brow wax from Benefit Cosmetics in the shade 4.5, and I'm just going to place that over my brow and just get that all in there, because I don't know if y'all remember or if y'all can actually see, I barely have brows. So adding some type of color back into my brows really help with the illusion that like I have thicker brows than I really do. So I'm gonna go in there and just fill that in. So much has changed, y'all. Like, I've been in New York for about a year and a month now. I don't take clients anymore. I do content creation full time. It's been a year that I've done content creation for a full year, which is crazy because I feel like I'm constantly growing, I'm constantly evolving. And not to say I never thought it would happen, because like obviously I took that leap of faith with the intentions, with knowing and feeling in my heart that this is what I was meant for. So I'm proud of myself. I really am proud of myself. And your girl is happy. Your girl is just, you know, content with life right now at the moment. I'm gonna go in with the Morphe Clear Brow Gel, or yeah, brow glue, brow gel, whatever you want to call it. And I'm just going to use this spoolie and get all that product through my brows and brush it upward. And to help me with drying my primer just a little bit more, I'm just gonna use a fan. I'm gonna go in with the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. This is one of my favorite products that e.l.f. has ever released. I use this so much. So I'm gonna place that down first. And like I said, this is like my everyday routine, and I really don't wear foundation in my everyday routine. This would be considered my foundation, even though it's not foundation. I'm gonna use a beauty blender and just press that into my skin all over. And I love the glow that it brings. Just look at that. Instant glow. Please don't play with me. And the point of this product is just to already enhance what you already have. So if you're like acne prone and you do have some acne scarring, I do suggest going in with a foundation just to get more coverage. Next thing I'm gonna go in with is a foundation stick from Black Opal in the shade Beautiful Bronze. I'm going to use this as my bronzer. It's something about a good bronzer, a warm, toasty bronzer that gets me every time. And it's never, I fear I'm never giving up on that. I either use this one, I either use this shade, or if I get too dark, I go in with Suede Mocha, which is another shade from that line. And I am just going to blend that bronzer upwards when it comes to my cheekbone. I don't want to bring it under my cheekbones because I want it to give the lifted effect. And then as far as the bronzer on my forehead, I'm just going to go in and blend that upwards. We don't want to give droopy, we don't want to give flat, we want to give lifted. And I just love the consistency of this bronzer. It's easy to blend, it's buildable, it's lightweight, and you can't beat this. This has been in my routine for the longest, especially when I was taking clients as well. I was definitely running towards that a lot. I've been using this blush from Benefit Cosmetics whenever I do just my natural little everyday look to go to the gym, but I'm actually gonna use it today because it's starting to grow on me even more, but something light, something very glowy as well. The coverage is gonna come mostly from the powder blush today. Taking one of my favorite concealers, honestly, top 2 and not 2 if I'm being completely honest. This is the Milani Cosmetics concealer, and I am taking shade 150 and 145. Going in with this Morphe H280 brush. I don't think they sell it anymore, but this is one of my favorite brushes to blend out my concealer. It just does it for me every single time. No matter if the brush is clean, no matter if it's dirty, not like literally dirty, but have product on there, it still blends amazing. Like, it still blend out all my product, and honestly it could be the concealer, but I've used this brush and I used it blending out other concealers as well, and it always turns out looking amazing. So I don't know, I think it's the brush. So we're just blending that, and we're taking that concealer just a little bit above the blush and right underneath the eyes. This is like a medium to full coverage concealer. It's not heavy, it's very lightweight as well. And a lot of these products, you will notice that they are lightweight because, child, the older I get, I just don't want to feel like I have makeup on. So the good thing about this routine that I have just grown to love is I don't feel like I ever have makeup on when I have it on. Now, when I blend out the concealer on my forehead, I do like to go back in with my bronzer brush just to get a better transition in between my concealer and my bronzer. And you always want to focus on using the bronzer because you don't want to take that concealer up way too high on your forehead. Taking a beauty blender, I'm going to use the opposite side that I haven't used yet, the clean side, and I am just going to blend out that concealer. And this also just helps removing any extra product that you might have. So going in there and just pressing that into the skin and lifting any of that extra product. Going back in with my blush brush because I want that transition to be perfect. In that lighter shade, and I'm just going to place that right in that inner corner. Wow, looking good so far. Going in with my Juvia's Place setting powder. I'm going to place that on my powder puff, and I'm going to press that on the back of my hand and then go in and set the areas where I placed my concealer. And I'm going to press that very lightly. It might seem a little harsh, but I am very light-handed when I'm doing this. And I'm just going to set my under eye, and look at that instant. It just blurs instantly. It mattifies instantly. And this is why this is one of my favorite powders. First contour right below that bronzer, and that's just like an instant lift. Like, please, some of that powder on and just dust off the product that I placed on my forehead, right on top of my cheekbones, my mouth area, and my chin. I do not set my entire face with powder because I go in with powder products for each section. So for bronzer, I will have a powder bronzer. For blush, I will have powder blush. So it's not necessarily important to set your entire face. I'm gonna go in with this bronzer from Dibs. This is in the shade Spice Chai. This is currently one of my favorite bronzers, and I'm just going to set my cream bronzer, technically foundation, but I use it as bronzer. And I'm just going to set everywhere that I originally bronzed. I'm gonna go in with this brush blush right here from MAC Cosmetics, and I'm going to do that at the highest point of my cheeks. It's a nice orange blush. I'm gravitating to orange blushes these days because it just honestly sits well with my skin complexion. So the highest, and then I'm going to go in with this Beauty Creation Peachy Promise. Looks like I'm going to place that more so on the highest points of my cheekbones because it has like a glow to it, which I love. Add some on my nose as well. I like to bake nowadays, which is crazy saying that online, but yeah, I bake. So I go in with the Huda Beauty. This is their duo powder. This is Cherry Peach, but I only do this underneath my eyes. Now I'm gonna go in with my brow pencil. This is Blade & Shape from NYX Cosmetics in the shade Espresso, and I'm gonna do some hair-like strokes at the front of my brows. Yeah, I don't think I want to put any black liner on today, so I'm just gonna go in with some mascara, top and bottom, but mostly focusing a lot more of the product on the bottom because we are gonna put on some falsies. I love this mascara from MAC. I'm gonna add some lash glue onto my lash line. Brush off the powder that I had underneath my eyes that was baking. And while the lash glue is drying, I'm just going to add my moles back to my face. This is like a signature look that I do that I love. And then I add a fake Marilyn Monroe. Now we're going to add the lashes. These are from Amazon. I love them so much. I'll have them in my description if you guys want the link. They're the first lashes listed on my Amazon storefront. Look at that. These lashes are beautiful. These are easily one of my favorite pair of lashes. Easily. I'm not really doing anything crazy, so I'm gonna do a really simple lip combo. I'm gonna go in with this eyeliner from LA Girl in the shade Brown. Lip liner from Beauty Creation in La Vida Mocha. Lip gloss from Huda Beauty in Rich Sealer, which I love these. This is just a, oh my God. This one blends in with the natural color of my lips a little bit more. So that's why I'm going for this shade. Please. I like to go in with a brown lip liner as well. This is in Phoebe. This is Dirty Cola, and I'm just going to add that right on my actual liner. In the iconic Perp and Set Glow Spray. And baby, one thing that this spray does is exactly what it said it was gonna do. It's drying down. I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and just press all that product in. That's what really gives the melted effect. Jeez. And to finish all off, I'm going in with this Until Dawn setting spray with the sunscreen. You can never have too much sunscreen, okay? This was the quickest beat ever. Like, it literally took me 30 minutes, not even. I promise my next video will be so much better. I'm just nervous. I'm just nervous. I want to get back into the groove of things, and why we gotta be serious? Why can't we just be whimsical? I've been into like my glowy era, and I don't feel like I'm getting out at all. I love this era of makeup. It's honestly has been like my favorite, to be honest. It's giving skin, but we knew this. We don't act brand new. Don't act brand new.